Did you miss me? I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Now, those of you who said, hang on a minute, what's happened to Richard Vobes? He normally does a video every day. He's normally popping up on the old phone or the television or the laptop or the tablet or whatever it is. And he pops up with another video and it's all very exciting and entertaining and we love to catch up with what stuff he's got to say. And then all of a sudden, he disappears. And then you might be thinking, oh, has he been spirited away? Have they got him? Have they got hold of him? And are they shaking him and saying, stop saying stuff? Well, actually, it was the jolly old platform that I'm on at the moment saying to me, hello, I think you've said something a bit naughty and we're going to give you a strike. And this is what happens. And the thing is, when you get one of these strikes, it's not me going on strike. It's not like the train drivers or the doctors or the nurses or all these people who've been going on strike recently. And to be honest, that seems to have gone on for a whole year now, hasn't it? All these strikes. I don't know whether they're back. But anyway, I'm back. But what happens when you get one of these strikes and these people on the platform that I'm on says, hang on a second, that video you did 2 or 3 weeks ago, or possibly even several months ago, or even years ago, we don't like it, and therefore it's misinformation. We don't want that going out, and you get this chance to appeal. And so you think, oh, okay, maybe I could just edit out the bit they don't like, or I could delete that video and then carry on doing the stuff that I do on this channel. But no, you get to appeal and you say, well, actually, I think it's okay. But you don't get much choice. Either way, you're taken off for a week. You can't go into the back end of the channel to let people know on the community channel, just to say, oh, by the way, I think they're a bit upset with me, and so therefore I can't do anything. I'll see you in a week. You can't do that. You just mysteriously disappear. Now, of course, a lot of people think that when you get one of these strikes, that you just sit back and go, I'll just wait then for 7 days until I'm back on. But no, not with me. Of course, I have a Rumble channel as well. And so I have been putting some videos onto Rumble, and I'll leave the link in the description below. So you can always check that out. So if I do mysteriously disappear from this channel, you can go and check out my Rumble channel. And there are a few videos on there, although they'll probably gravitate over here. I might have to relook at them in case they've got naughty words that this channel doesn't like. You know, sometimes it goes in waves where it becomes more sensitive as you get closer to, well, shall we say the truth? And sometimes they don't like the truth coming out. Anyway, I was also very, very busy. So actually, it didn't overly matter because I was a bit strained to get videos made whilst I was out giving talks. I was giving talk at Hope Sussex. They had an Uprise and Shine festival, and I was over there giving a talk and people were very appreciative. And then I went up to Peterborough where we had the Great Resist, and I was part of a whole load of wonderful people at the Great Resist. I believe it was all filmed, so you should be able to at some point be able to see it all. Probably not on this channel because it was probably a bit too sensitive for this, but it will be available, and as soon as I know where it is, I'll give you the link. And then I was over at at Upton at the Barn Theatre, where there was a sort of comedy night and for the awake type people. And there was some great comedians there, and I was the guest speaker, and I tried to keep my stuff fairly amusing, and people were very kind as well. And then I stayed over with good old Pete Stone, and I stayed at his place. It was very nice, and he took me out for a meal the following day up in Leicester. And there's an interview that I managed to get back yesterday when I got home last night. And so that's been released. And so here I thought I would explain to you the sort of the frustration really when you get one of Damocles' sword coming down on you and it shuts down the channel. So you can't do anything and you can't tell anybody. And of course now I come back, having been away for 4 days, there will be a mountain of emails. And also because I was on the go and socializing with all these different people and giving my talks, and people wanted to take lots of photographs and be very kind and say lovely things, I haven't had a lot of chance to catch up with messages, text messages, WhatsApp messages, Telegram messages, Signal messages, so many messages, and of course the myriad of emails. So if you are emailing me and you haven't heard from me, then either be patient or give me a few days and then resend it, because sometimes I really struggle. I don't have a team. There's not a bunch of people who go, oh, well, don't worry, we'll answer on his behalf. So it is only me. Loads of emails get missed, and I'm really sorry about that. People send me all sorts of stuff, lots of links to videos, and they'll often say, hey, Richard, I've got this video. It's only 2 hours long. And you think, I haven't got time to watch all these videos. So a lot of them I don't manage to get, which is a real shame, because I'm trying to learn as much as I can, as you know, about what's going on with all these various people who are trying to do us no good. And as you know, now that we're in September, of course, children have gone back to school, and apparently, you know, for the benefit of the children, the government, the kind, benevolent government in its wisdom, apparently they've got a number of problems. One of them is they want to give all these kids this special sniffer flu protection thing. Apparently it's something that is supposedly to help the children, although it might actually make them ill, you never know. And if the children go ill, it might be construed to be something else, something that's a strain of a certain type of thing that might need a sort of medical intervention at some point, and perhaps we'll all be shut up in our houses again. And if anyone's got their kids at school, I can't imagine anybody would want to go into the school system these days, the way they try to sexualize children and teach them to be good slaves. So I imagine a lot of kids now are out of school, thank goodness, but those that are in, you might want to think about that. And of course, if you're in school, because you've got this terrible concrete, the aero concrete business, where schools are likely to tumble down at any minute, and so they're all being sent home. It's all very mysterious and nobody really knows what's going on. Maybe you're better informed than I am. So that seems to be a sort of thing. And there's lots of weird stuff happening, and I think we're going to go into that era now that we're in September, October, November. We've had this lull of this, I suppose, where nothing really much has happened. We've also forgotten, possibly, that there was a thing that shut us up in our houses, that we all had to line up to have a certain medical procedure that perhaps none of us actually wanted. And there's plenty of people now who are beginning to think, did I really need that? And has it been beneficial to me? And if you're one of those, then don't worry, you're all on our side, because we know it's not your fault that the government, the kind, benevolent government that looks after us, has done a very good hit job on all of you to basically hypnotise you and sell you an idea that might not actually have been as beneficial as it ought to have been. And it does seem that the particular governments that we have at the moment are completely, well, not fit for purpose. Not only in this country, but it does seem across various other countries that these governments really have more of a tyrannical bent to them, more of a dictatorship bent. They don't seem to remember that they are our servants working for us and are supposed to do our bidding, not putting us down, lowering our vibrations and bringing in, as we've seen, so many things that we never asked for, we don't really want. And these policies that seem to have, like the net zero policy and the myth of global warming, or is it the era of global boiling, where people have to go out, arsonists, you know, with matches, and they have to have these special vibrational weapons where they can lower houses to nothing, just to try and convince people that actually, no, nothing to do with man-made manipulation. It's all man-made global warming, getting to the point where actually the planet is about to combust. And of course we know that narrative now is so laughable. I can't believe that there's anybody who still believes all that nonsense, but apparently there's a few people who are still fast asleep. But I think everybody is waking up incredibly fast. Anyway, I'm back, so I've got more interviews coming up, some that were pre-recorded during the week because I don't stop, and some that, of course, I've got a diary full of them. So keep watching. Thank you for bearing with me. And I want to say a big thank you to all the people who I've met and have said wonderful things. Those wonderful people who've been donating. I hadn't had a chance to say thank you very much to you personally. So many people have been in touch with me. Thanks for all the emails that you send. And if I don't get back to you, I really apologise. It's just, there's only me, really. The lovely Julia does her best to help out. But I try to give a personal touch wherever I can. It's not always easy, but so bear with me is what I'm saying. But keep watching. More videos are coming, more bits and bobs, and more of my opinions. It's just an opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You may think I'm bonkers, but I hope it gives a wry smile, if nothing else, at the start of your day. And of course, all these wonderful people who are bringing lots of information in the interviews that I do. So I will catch up with you really soon, but I can tell you it is lovely to be back. Do check out the Rumble channel because there's some extra bits and bobs, and I'm going to do some more in-depth things on there where I can say a little bit more. So do connect with all the different things. Anyway, till the next one, I'll see you then.